Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about how to turn your small business into your full-time income. Today we're going to be talking about a super important topic, which is how to manage and plan ahead your inventory for your Amazon FBA business. So inventory management is super important for your Amazon FBA business because when you sell out with your inventory, your listing starts to go down in rankings because days go by and you're not getting any sales. So Amazon just assumes that people are not interested in your product, so they start to rank you lower and lower. So it's very important to get your inventory management right so that you're not selling out often or you're trying to eliminate selling out completely. Now, I want you to stay tuned until the end of this video because I'm gonna give you a trick on how to avoid dropping your rankings when you do sell out because it is inevitable. So we want to make sure that we're covering ourselves when that does happen. Now, obviously, when you're starting your Amazon FBA business, most people are starting with a low inventory amount. And I always recommend this when I teach my students for FBA Academy. I recommend ordering around 200 to 300 units to start off. If you have the budget, then I would say maybe go up to 500 units, but you're still starting off with a lower amount of stock for your Amazon business. So we're gonna talk about now how to, keep that stock and reinvest your profit and keep those stock numbers up and then keep reinvesting more and more so you can grow your business properly. So the first thing to keep in mind with your Amazon FBA business and your inventory is lead times with your supplier. So this is something that you're going to know when you first place your inventory order, and you really want to pay attention to this. How long did it take your supplier to get your order ready and to get it ready to ship out from the time that you placed your order with your supplier, and how long did the shipping times take from the time that they've shipped it out until it actually arrived at the Amazon warehouse and Amazon has received it. So you want to keep up with these times because this is what's gonna allow you to plan ahead for your inventory. So usually when it comes to products that are ready and they just need to engrave your logo on it and put your branding on it, usually that takes around 2 weeks to 1 month. But let's say if you're manufacturing something from scratch, that sometimes can take from 2 months to 3 months. So it really depends. You need to ask your supplier, how long does it take to get this order ready? Something else to keep in mind is your packaging, because your packaging also takes some time to be ready. So you also want to make sure that your product and your packaging lead times align so that your packaging can get to your supplier as soon as the product is done and they can get to packing and getting your product ready to ship out. Now, the second thing that you want to keep in mind, which we've mentioned before, is the shipping times. So there are 2 different methods for shipping. There is air shipping and then there's ocean shipping as well. So usually I recommend doing DDP because it's way easier at the beginning. It's very hassle-free. All of the customs and duties are included in the price already. So your items will get released from customs pretty quick and it will arrive at the Amazon warehouse with no customs and duties on it because you've already paid it beforehand. Now, ocean shipping usually takes a pretty long time. I would say anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. And then with air shipping, it can take, from 1 week to 2 weeks. So it really depends on how long you have. Sometimes it's worth it to invest a little bit into the air shipping just so you can get your products into the warehouse and sell, and then you could do the rest of the inventory through ocean. That's what we've done in the past when we've sold out. We shipped around 1/3 of our inventory through air, and then the rest we shipped through ocean. So when you are calculating your budgets, you really need to know, do you have the budget for air shipping? And if you don't, then you really need to account for ocean shipping when it comes to ordering your inventory. But first, I wanted to thank Cinder for partnering with me on this video. Cinder is an accounting platform that helps you see all of your sales from one dashboard. So whether you're selling on Shopify, selling on Walmart or Etsy, Cinder integrates all of this into one dashboard so you can view everything, and it also synchronizes all of your sales so you don't have double POS sales. So Cinder is great for accurate accounting at the end of the month, and they also do inventory tracking, which is really going to help you out, especially what we're talking about in this video, inventory management. It's really great to be able to track all of your inventory on all of these different platforms from one dashboard, so it's way easier. So thank you so much, Cinder, for partnering with me on this portion of the video. You can use the code EASYBOOKS on their website and you get 40% off your yearly plans, and 20% off the monthly plans. So again, thank you so much, Cinder, for partnering with me on this video. So now, obviously, you're going to have a lot more sellout times at the beginning of your business rather than towards, the middle and when you're growing, because at the beginning, you are waiting to sell your inventory so you can reinvest that money back into your business. So that's totally okay. And later on, that is going to be fixed because you're going to have a bigger budget, but make sure that whatever you are selling on Amazon, that you are reinvesting back into inventory. And then your goal is to get to around 3 to 4 months of being able to sustain your inventory on Amazon. Now, I know I get this question a lot, and I'm probably going to get it in the comments below, which is, what about the inventory stock limits that Amazon is putting on businesses at the moment? Now, this is something that you can avoid in the future. So Amazon has an index number where if you are selling above around 10 to 15 units a day, then they remove those stock limits. So don't worry, at some point they are going to be removed. But at the beginning, if you want to have a bigger amount of inventory so you can use it for influencer marketing and all of that, you can use a 3PL warehouse, which is a third-party logistics warehouse. You can find a bunch of these in the US. I'm not even going to recommend one because you can just go on Google and do a simple search and you're going to find a bunch of options that are great for you and for your business. I would say just get in contact with them and see which one you resonate with the most and go for that one. What 3PL warehouses can do is they can drip your inventory into Amazon. So because it is within the US, shipping is very, very cheap because you're going to be shipping through USPS. So it's going to be very, very cost effective. So you're going to ship your bulk inventory to this 3PL warehouse, and then let's say every month or every few weeks, you can drip your inventory into the Amazon warehouse as you sell through the inventory that's already there. So it's going to be very cheap, and this is the best way to get around the inventory stock limits. So now, just to recap what we spoke about, you want to keep in mind for your inventory management, your sell-through rate per month. You want to keep in mind your marketing percentage that is allocated from your inventory stock, so your marketing budget, and you want to keep in mind your supplier lead times plus the shipping times. So keeping all of this in mind, this is how you can get a hold of your inventory management. Now, keep in mind, this is not going to happen from the very beginning. It might take you 6 months. It might take you a year to get your inventory management on hold, let's say, or to, just to keep your inventory management correct. But it's okay for it to take time. It's completely normal because you need to keep on calculating those numbers over and over again as they change per month. Now, the last tip that I promised you is, what do you do when you do sell out for your Amazon listing? What you're gonna do is you're gonna close your listing. Now, be careful, you're not deleting your listing, you're only closing it. Now, this is very beneficial because when you close your listing, Amazon will no longer count those days where you're not getting sales. So the Amazon will stop counting and your rankings will not drop as much. They will still drop a little bit, but they just won't drop as much. It's going to significantly help you when it comes to your listing rankings. If you don't close your listing, the days are going to go by and Amazon is going to consider those days as 0 sales, and they're going to just say, okay, people are not interested in this product, so they start dropping you. But if you close your listing, that doesn't happen. So that is it, you guys. I really hope you found this video useful. And don't forget, I do have a course on how to sell on Amazon called FBA Academy. So I'm going to link that below in the description box. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.